Shout out to the two. Welcome back to the grid, man. We're back with another Fade podcast for y'all, man. Yes, I showed up today. I'm here. No coward in me. You know, I don't run away from it. You know, it is what it is. You know, but before we get into that, what's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Doing lovely, kid. I got everybody from the Fade podcast on the couch for me to watch the Super Bowl. Man, I'm happy. Everybody here for the party. I hope you bought some cheese and everything.
Shut up.
Oh, why are you so mad? We're all on the couch, sir.
Bro, sir, you weren't even invited, bro. You outside, dog. It's not your party.
This is my party. I was the one hosting it. I started this party like week 15.
All right, good.
Well, what's up?
We're doing just fine, man. I just can't wait till we talk about this Buccaneers and Packers game.
What about it?
There's a lot of feelings. But go ahead.
That was the first game of the championships weekend, so we can start off with that, man.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, can I add something?
Go ahead.
Being a person who hates both these quarterbacks, I can sit here and say that Rodgers finally felt what all those AFC greats were feeling. Because, you know, once upon a time, it used to be this mythical thing that Aaron Rodgers was better than Brady. Remember that? Remember when he was just like, you know, this wouldn't happen if Brady was in the NFC? And then he went to the NFC and it happened.
Bro, listen, don't do that. This is different. Brady, listen.
Okay.
Y'all ready? Can I go? I know what you're doing.
I was still talking, but all right, go ahead.
Nah, man, we about to dip that right now. First of all, shout out to the Buccaneers. GG's to them. They won. Congratulations. I
have one question to say before you continue.
Go ahead, man.
So in the regular season, when they played y'all, you said that they played their Super Bowl. So what was that?
Sir, first of all, that game was different. Listen, this game, the Packers beat themselves. Easily beat themselves. Just going back, just looking at everything, just seeing how everything transpired. They beat themselves. Now, shout out, like I said, I'm gonna give credit to Tom Brady. Tom Brady, let me put it like this. He took advantage of what was given to him. Mike Patton made it very easy for him in that first half. Very. They had him in man.
Cakewalk. Sound like cakewalk.
I was explaining.
Walk through.
I seen you can call it that. I seen some stats, right? And they said Tom Brady when pressure, he was only pressured like 13%. And he was terrible in those 13% that he was pressured. He was terrible. He even threw an INT. I don't want to hear nothing about he was just chucking it down. He should have ate that. He should have ate that hit. But he didn't, and he threw an INT. Rodgers was pressured 30% of the time. Shout out to the Buccaneers O-line. I thought the O-line was bad. O-line was better than what I thought. The interior was bad, I heard. Outside, the tackles is legit. They got solid tackles. The Smith brothers wasn't able to create any kind of pressure, from the tackles. And Tom Brady pretty much had a clean pocket playing against man. That's what makes it worse. It's a clean pocket against man defense. All you got to do is just route one of them dudes up. Shout out to Jair holding it down on his side of the field, which I've been trying to tell y'all.
Whoa, sir. Yeah, hold on. No. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, boy, nip that in the butt, boy.
No, because when I was screaming out certain players for my loss, y'all killed me. No, it's a team loss, right?
Well, I ain't
no.
What I'm saying is, King was banged up. King healthy is bad at man coverage. King banged up.
Don't give me injury excuses.
Everybody injured.
Listen. Can I go? I'm breaking it down.
I'm fine. Go ahead.
I said Brady took advantage of what was given to him. I can't knock him taking advantage of the situation. The guy, if Mike Patton is putting these dudes in man, I said Brady all he did was put a person in motion to feed it, to fill it out. All right, they in man. I'm just gonna go to whoever's not on Jair. So if that's on Chandler Sullivan, I'm going to a guy on him, or I'm going to the guy on Kevin King. Kevin King got beat for 2 touchdowns. He got beat for 2 touchdowns. Both in man coverage. It was terrible, bro. Like, I don't know what Mike Patton was doing because all season he did not play man this heavy. He did not play man this heavy all season. And if you're not getting no pressure, man is terrible. If you're not getting no pressure, you can't call man. You can't call man if you have no pressure. And Tom Brady, for majority of that game, didn't get no pressure. And like I said, at the end of the day, Tom Brady is still great. He can he's a pocket passer. You give them time to throw, they're gonna eat that up in man coverage. And so they was able to do that. But like I said, shout out to the Buccaneers, man. They like I said, they defense, bro. Y'all gotta get a defense credit. Ain't no Tom Brady. Ain't no Tom Brady came over here. No, it had nothing to do with that. Anybody could do it. Drew Brees could have did that. We wouldn't create no pressure. So shout out to that Buccaneers defense.
You sure about that?
They made it work for it.
No, hold on. You said, see, this is where I have a problem with.
Don't hit.
This is where I have a problem with people. So first things first, all I like to say is yes, this is a team win. This Wiley was outside the Lions game that they played in the regular season. This might have been the most complete team win that they had the whole season. The offense stepped up big in the first half, and then in the second half, although they didn't play well, they stepped up when they needed to. They made the key plays. The defense stepped up big, especially in the second half too, forcing those field goals in the first half, I should say, and kind of bend it but don't break it. And even special teams too. Shout out to special teams. They it was a couple times where they almost took it to the house. They almost could have took it to the house if they would have got one extra block or so. So the whole team, Buccaneers, offense, defense, special teams. Everybody should get credit for this. Coaches, all that stuff. Shout out to Bruce Arians, Brian Leftwich, Tom Bowles, all those boys should get credit. The reason, and I think this is where you got to decipher, the reason why Brady gets so much credit, one, he's the quarterback. I mean, we all know this. This is common knowledge. If you win,
the quarterback, you get most of the shine.
Another thing, too, is, and what people are starting to realize, and I don't know, kid, that you don't realize, is not what you do on the field is always the most important thing. It's also the culture. It's also the leadership aspect. And if you listen to every single player, every single coach, they talk about it's a different feeling. I can tell you firsthand, it's a different feeling in Tampa Bay now that Brady's there.
What you
talking about? You don't want to hear that?
No. You don't want to hear that because them dudes switch up over there. When they down. Oh, they throwing people under the bus. When they win, everybody's all happy.
Who's they?
Everybody is.
Who's they? Who's they?
BA.
No, I'm saying you're saying throwing people on the bus. You talking about BA? How they throwing people on the bus?
Yeah. When BA and them be losing, this guy fault.
They trying to get through it, and the whole time I kept telling y'all, the whole podcast, this whole season, you can go back and check it. Outside, I think it was that Chiefs game where I was just like, he's playing terrible right now, but they got to figure it out. I said, give him the bye week. I said, let's give him the bye week. Let's see how they look, and let's see how they come back. And the whole time I kept hearing, Brady's this, Lee Hero, BA saying this, and I'm like, chill. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Because it doesn't matter what you do in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. It doesn't matter. Once you get to the postseason, once you get to that peaking point, and the Bucs started peaking right after the bye week. And I told you, I said that them having this late of a bye week might be a blessing in disguise, because what's going to happen is they're going to go in the bye week, and you can go back on the back. I said they're going to go bye weeks.
But look.
I told y'all. I said Brady and them going to go in the bye week. They're going to look at the first 12 weeks. They're going to look at it and say, you know what? We got to have to change it up a little bit. Stop that. No risk it, no biscuit every single time. Let's change it up. Let's start taking
no biscuit the whole first half of that game. Listen, Patriot, that whole game, they was risking. You had Brady throwing bombs. Listen, these dudes, Mike Pett, I don't know, like I said, oh my goodness. These dudes would get to the 3rd and long. They converting bombs on 3rd and long, bro. 3rd and short.
So what's no? First of all, they were never starting short. Let's get that out of the way. And also, too, what do you consider a bomb? I consider a bomb a 20-yard pass, like through the air, not a 20-yard completion. A 20-yard pass, a 25-plus-yard pass is a bomb to me.
The first one to Mike Evans. Who was that on? I think that was on Chandler Sullivan. They threw it to Chandler Sullivan.
So you talk about the third down, the third down.
The first third down was like 3rd and like 8 or something. Bomb. They get 20, 30 yards down the field. I'm like, why is this thing? Why is it? I said, why is it?
Sound like he did an Aaron on Aaron.
Huh?
That's what it sound like.
You said what?
I'm gonna say, it sounded like he adjusted. Because then you give Rodgers all the credit in the world on that goal line when he said he saw it was man coverage and audible to play and made Devontae come back so Jalen could have he schemed him.
Why? But I'm asking why. I'm not blaming Tom Brady for that. I'm just saying I'm blaming the coordinator for calling man coverage in that situation. Why? That's all I'm saying. Why? I'm not.
You know what?
I'm not taking away from Tom Brady.
The only problem I have with Aaron Rodgers' play is in the red zone. What the hell?
That's the thing. That's another thing I was gonna get to. These dudes, When they
y'all was clicking. Y'all was clicking when it didn't matter.
Win streaks, they always. In the back of my head, I'm like, bro, they do. Because when they lose, they do shit that they do stuff that they don't do when they win. When they was in the red zone, they didn't convert. They passing it 3 straight times. They don't do that when they win. When they win in football games, they're not passing 3 straight times. Now the first one they could have. I think Adams should have caught that one. He should have caught that one. But after that, maybe they should have ran it. The third time or something like that, I heard somebody said Lazard was open. That's the one I still haven't seen. But it was just stuff that they was doing.
I didn't see that either. But everybody screaming that he was open. I didn't see it.
I still haven't seen that. But people like they going down there, they not running the football at all. Now, albeit I don't know if it had anything to do with that front that they was going up against, but you got at least try it out. You got to see if you can get some push down in the middle and see if you can get 2, 3 or however it was that they was selling for field goals because they couldn't punch it in because they want to throw the ball 3 times. And they don't, like I said, when they play like that, Rodgers should not be dropping back, 50-some times. I think every loss that we had, he probably dropped back that many times. Albeit only lost 4 times this season. But every time that they lost the same way. They did not play their game. I said, going into that game, I said, if y'all play y'all game, y'all should be able to win. They was the better team that game, and they fucked up. They blew that game. That's why I was pissed off. I'm not even hurt that they lost. I was pissed off.
No. I respect that. I'm talking about the whole Brady. You're saying that if you don't want to hear the off the field intangibles on stuff, because former NFL players, people who hasn't even played for Tom Brady, same people who give Rodgers all this praise, like Pat McAfee, other guys on that team, they talked about them intangibles, and people don't realize it. And that's what I kept saying. The intangibles is one thing that that's why I call Brady the GOAT. It's those little things that doesn't show on the stat sheet. Or is it, again, him on 3rd and 14? You might look at a kid as him just chucking it down the field. How I look at it, it's either going to be a catch.
Don't make it easy for them. Let them work for
it. No. I'm talking about how you hate because you're saying Brady, he just chucks it down the field. He all that stuff. If
that one catch to Chris Godwin, he catch it first. He missed the easy one. Then obviously he catch that crazy ass catch. Like, come on.
He talk about that. Now to me, that's a bomb.
To me,
that's a bomb. But again, kid, 1-on-1 coverage on 3rd down.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
No, kid, no, because it was a zone. He got past it, single high safety, everything. Kid, if it's 3rd down, you throw a 50-yard pass. What are the 3 things that's going to happen? It's going to be a catch, incomplete, and you're going to go out there and punt. You're going to get a defensive pass interference. You get the ball right there, or it will be an interception, which is basically like a punt. Chris Collinsworth, I've heard him say this year, kid. I don't know why people don't take shots down the field. Don't take about 6 to 7 shots. Just throw it down 1-on-1 coverage because it's going to be 3 of those things. Especially if you have a guy like Chris Godwin, you have a guy like Mike Evans. Just give him a chance. You never know when you're going to get a pass interference.
Let him jump.
Exactly.
Let him jump.
I have no issues with that. All I'm saying is let them work for it. Don't make it easy for them. That was too easy. Mike Petty
you just don't get it. I've been seeing this Brady magic for years. It's just one of those things where you like,
dog. Mike was.
You've seen this a million times, but yet y'all let him get away with it a million times more. Dog, it's like his game.
Petty was so shook in that game, bro. He was shook. He was not playing like this all year. All of a sudden, he playing man crazy. Like, bro, what is he doing?
So let me ask you this. What would you have wanted him to do?
Who? Mike?
Pat. I'm talking to Pat, yeah.
I wanted him to do what he's been doing the second half of the season. I've been saying that for weeks. I said, Mike, just do what you've been doing. They was playing man crazy. That was not their game. They did not do that all season. All of a sudden, this one game, he want to play man crazy. Now, to be fair, he made an adjustment in the second half, which allowed the offense to get back into it. Now, when Tom Brady felt like he had that one single coverage, because he had it all game, he had a safety over the top. Amos was able to go over there and pick it off. But like I said, the main thing was this. Overall in this game, Brady took advantage of what was given to him. Shout out to Tom Brady. He did what he was supposed to do. The defense, the Buccaneers defense made it extremely hard. The one time that the Packers did get good field position on one of those INTs, people saying, "Oh, well, you only scored 6 points off of 3 INTs." The other 2 was damn near punts. You call them punts. The other 2 was punts. It was like we was like in our 20 and our 30. The first one, which was the Amos one, which was on their side of the field, they came away with points, and that's when they missed the 2-point conversion. But other than that, The defense, like I said, the tackles got exposed. They missed David Bakhtiari that game. The tackles got exposed, and they had problems with the protection week 6 when they had David Bakhtiari. So that was already that was gonna be a tough task for those tackles outside. And they got exposed from those edge rushers. And so they, like I said, Todd Bowles, they made it extremely hard for Rodgers to get anything going. Now, albeit Matt LaFleur, he didn't call a good game either. They wasn't running the football. And when they don't run the football, this is what the offense looks like. So if you can stop the run for the Green Bay Packers, you're going to make it very tough for them because then they become predictable. That's when you take the play action pass away and all the other stuff. That's when it gets real hard for them to move the ball down the field. So, like I said, the Buccaneers.
That's crazy, kid. That's crazy.
What's up?
Sound like the Steelers.
No, boy, because it was interesting when the Bucs were struggling the whole time, and I kept saying they're not running the football enough. Run the football instead of play action. And then all of a sudden, this playoffs, the last weeks of the regular season, they start running the football more, and it's the offense starts clicking on the side. It just seems like that when the Bucs are doing bad, and I was saying they got to run the football. Oh, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that.
They didn't run the football good this game. What are you talking about?
They
did not run the.
I think
the main problem with this game was man coverage and Aaron not able to connect with Devontae in the red zone. The only thing that threw me off about this game was Devontae dropping shit. Everybody, it just seemed just so irregular because I'm like, you've been doing this all season. What's the difference now?
When they are due, and I'm mad they was due for this week, bro. They was like on the 7-6 game win. They haven't lost since like October. Since that Colts game. That's the last game they lost. When they go on these streaks, they always
because Brady didn't play particularly well. It's just the magic.
In the second half, he didn't play. Well, the first half, he played phenomenal.
He made adjustments in the second half.
Yeah, I'm saying that I'm giving him credit. He made adjustments in the second half. But when I talk about the run game, I'm talking about because what the Bucs did all year, it didn't work the first 2-3 times. All right, bump it. Let's not run the football again no more.
What happened to Dylan?
They stopped running the football.
Think McGee. What happened to him?
Bro, Aaron Jones fumbling the ball. Like, bro, what are y'all? Why are y'all waiting to the NFC Championship game to start acting different, bro? Like,
some people aren't ready. Some people aren't motivated. Some people they froze under the pressure.
Patriot, I would agree with you if they didn't get there last year. They got there last year. They felt that last year. This year, you at home. Get that shit done, bro.
It's pressure.
I told you that Brady magic gonna get you.
Bro, give me some playoff players, bro. I want playoff players.
Do you want Tom Brady then?
Nah, because the quarterback was the problem. Because Tom switch.
Apparently, I'm gonna have to just become
Aaron Rodgers was getting pressure. That would have been a blowout.
I hate to say it, I'm gonna just have to become a believer of motivation. Tom Brady had them dudes ready to run through a wall, even when he was playing bad. This was a team win.
Bro,
I just don't get it.
Outside of the wild card game,
y'all team was better across the board, and y'all lost.
I will say outside of the wild card,
we've been going through the AFC now. Y'all team was better across the board, and y'all still lost.
AFC. He was better than the AFC. Listen, outside of the wild card game, I'm gonna say that maybe just maybe they downplayed it a little bit because they was only the third string quarterback, defense wise. Outside of the wild card game. The defense
across the board, apart from the linebackers, Packers are better everywhere else. You know this, right?
Listen, it's hard to move the ball when you getting pressured, bro. That pressure different. That pressure.
But you Aaron Rodgers.
Dog, he was getting pressure. Listen, you can only do so much if you're getting pressured, though. If you don't have time to go,
you can't call. Hey. Now we come with this.
Boy, it gets easier if you can't run the football because then the play action is gone. You can't run the football. You're getting pressure from the outside. Not to mention all the holding that was going on in that game. I ain't even talk about that.
No, both ways.
No,
both sides.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Oh my God! Don't do that, kid. It was holding on both sides, kid. Kid. It was a play.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was third down or something. It was like in the second half. I forgot who he was throwing it to, but he threw it toward the sideline. And I don't know if it was Jair or King. And the ref was in his back pocket, about to throw the flag. And then he said, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it."
Listen, That boy Murphy was holding his ass off all fucking weekend, dog. I don't want to hear that, dog. That boy was, listen, we got an INT from a hole. They ain't want to call DPI. Come on, man. Come on, dog. And that led to, you know what that led to? The touchdown in the half. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on, refs. Don't do that. I don't want to hear no more Lambo leaping, referees Lambo leaping. I don't hear none of that no more.
No Lambo leaping. It's still Lambo leaping.
Listen, I bet not see one DPI on Super Bowl. I bet not see one DPI.
I don't want to
see no holds. I don't want to see no DPIs. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see no flags. I don't want to see
you know whose job it is for the because it's gonna be a different official crew chief, all that stuff. So they people ref differently. That's what you have. That's what them assistant coaches do and all that.
I see one DPI. I'm turning that game off. I'm not watching no more. I'm not gonna watch it.
It's a different officiating crew,
bro. I bet not see one DPI the game. As long as I'm gonna say
it's a different official. I don't think any of the refs that NFC Championship game is going to be in the Super Bowl. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure
they need to fire that crew. Hell, bro, you can listen. All that DPI, and like I said, did King hold at the end? Yes, he did hold, but they didn't call that all game. Come on, man. Not to mention, and that was a bad throw anyway. That wasn't even a catchable ball.
This is, I'm gonna tell you really why, one of the reasons why you're more upset. It's just because the flag was late. But
I'm like, let it go. Let it listen.
But
let it go.
I will also say this too. King didn't do a good job of that, and I'm not saying the holding part. After, well, that too. But after the play, if you look at it, King over there, hands up, hands on his head, like, oh snap, I just held. That just makes it more obvious. You just told it yourself.
Ah, man, listen. First of all,
put your hands up.
You told it yourself.
Run with it. Hide it. Run with it.
And that was obvious too. And that was so obvious.
Man, bro, like, that King was getting killed in man all game. You still put the man in man. Come on, Patton, bro. Like, just stop.
Okay, so is that confidence in your defense because you felt like y'all can hold them?
Look, y'all made adjustments, kids. You made adjustments in the second half. You talked about Brady only threw three picks in the second half. He was trash.
Bro, I can't wait till you get fired. Get out of here, bro. I'm waiting on that tweet to drop.
Look, all I gotta say is this: you can keep talking about Penn. I don't know why he did this. I've heard this for the past years, and Boyd I see a lot of people are finally accepting it. All this stuff. After a certain point, kid, it can't keep being a coincidence.
Sir, that's the game.
No, see. The game. This is what Kid is not accepting. Kid is not accepting that Brady, he just got the magic, dude. He just got an A.
Listen, I hope he wins. Then he need to go home. Retire. Get out of here, bro. Come on,
before we continue, hold on, boy. I remember a certain people on my TL. I remember a lot of people talking about this ain't the AFC East, Tom. You ain't gonna win the NFC South. Okay, then win the NFC South. This ain't the AFC, Tom. It ain't sweet over here in the NFC.
You acting like Tom. You act like Tom was doing his thing. Nigga, that boy was getting carried by the defense. Be real patient. Be real, dog. Be real patient.
He scored 31 points.
Them defenses was legendary. I give you that. But
they should have lost. They should have lost to the Saints. What was time in the Saints?
No. He talking about this year, boy. He talking about this year. I'm talking about this year.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this year then. I'm telling you, I still just don't get how they even won against the Saints. The Saints had the game the whole game.
Exactly.
They had it.
Listen, the only team that they beat was the Washington football team. Saints and Packers beat themselves, bro. This is crazy, dog. Get him out of here. He need to go home. Listen, he need to go home, bro. Win this Super Bowl. Go home. You ain't got nothing to prove no more, Tom.
He really don't got nothing to prove. I mean, before this year, but
listen, he ain't got nothing else to prove. You would be the quote unquote GOAT to most people. He ain't gonna be my GOAT. He ain't gonna be my GOAT. But
he beat your guy twice in the season.
Oh, sorry, he ain't no defense beat him. I ain't that time. My guy outplayed. I saw the first game. He probably outplayed the first game. But Rodgers outplayed him this game.
But you lost.
I don't care.
You lost.
You know what's crazy? You keep talking about he outplayed him. Okay, if he outplayed him, but who made the plays when it mattered? When the money was on the line, who made the plays? That's all people are going to care about. Nobody cares about he had more yards, all this stuff. When the money was on the line, when Aaron Rodgers had to make a play, who made a play?
If Tom Brady was pressured 30% of that game, they would have got blown out. Facts.
You sounded like an AFC man, dude.
Nah.
Just take the loss.
I gave him credit. I gave him credit. I said before I got started, I said GG's to the Buccaneers. GG's to the Buccaneers, man.
Brady just hit you with that magic, dude. There's many a times where I looked at the Ravens, the fucking Steelers, and I'm like, there's no way the Patriots should win, and they end up fucking winning. It just happens.
I'm about to put money on the Buccaneers for this Super Bowl. He better win. He better win me some money. The quote unquote goats better go in there, air out the Chiefs. Better go air those boys out because now they ain't got no left tackle or right tackle. So JPP and who's the other guy? Levante Day. Who
Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett.
They should be back there all game. They need to be back there all game. It should be an easy one for the Buccaneers.
But you know what? Mahomes got that same magic too.
Nah, listen, you ain't got no magic.
He always behind in the playoffs.
All right.
You know what's crazy though, boy.
I just look at Aaron Rodgers different. That's all I'm saying.
What's crazy
Ben got a lot of slack for losing to Brady. It's just Brady just clearly better. So he did it to Aaron too. What does that say?
He ain't do nothing to Aaron. He got outplayed. He lost.
Okay. All right, G.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
There's a lot of exposures around here.
The Buccaneers, and before they played the Packers, had 2 sacks.
Next year,
Shaq Barrett and JPP didn't do anything until that game.
Them boys had 5 sacks combined.
Yeah, and the whole team only had 2 the first 2 games.
How many times did Brady get sacked?
You talk about this game?
Yeah, how many times did he get sacked? Once?
Like once?
Kenny Clark, it was like on a 3rd down.
That was the game right there. Come on, bro.
Hold on real quick, though. Hey, boy, to be fair, remember how we said that 3rd pick, he should have just ate that sack. He didn't eat the sack. He threw it.
Yep.
That's even worse.
I'm not understanding. You're saying that Rodgers got sacked 5 times, Brady only got sacked 1 time, but Brady, instead of taking a sack, he's like, I'm gonna just throw it up and hopefully give my guys a chance.
He was under pressure. He was terrible. If Brady was,
you know what?
If Brady was pressing 30% time that game, he lost.
Well, kid, you're not realizing. First of all, you saying that like that's rocket science. Everybody knows, especially a pocket passer, somebody like Brady. You pressure him, that's how you beat him. That's how he lost to the Super Bowls and everything. Yeah, like it's rocket science. But here's another thing too.
I told you, watch the Giants defense. That's all I said. Just watch the Giants.
And you know what the Giants did, boy? You know what the Giants did? They double team Randy. They got there with 4 people. If Zadarius was the top 5 edge rusher, if Smith's this dude, Kenny Clark's this top 5 dude, they should be able to have it on that offensive line. Am I wrong? Yes or no?
I will have to go back.
You're 100% correct, sir. They're a bunch of frauds, like I've been calling them.
I will have to go back and see when they create pressure because, I've said they haven't been this man heavy. So you got Godwin out there, Evans, Scotty Miller. All you gotta do is get a quick, in and out, and then boom.
And it's funny, you make fun of Brady, and also they had like 5-6 drops too that.
Well,
they got to quit.
I gave him credit. I said, look, I gave Brady credit for taking advantage of what was given to him. I'm not mad at Brady for taking advantage of that. I was mad at Pet making it easy for him.
You should be mad at Aaron and Devontae, sir. They're the only 2 you should be mad at. When it comes to that red zone, y'all was trash.
They should have punched it in. They didn't.
Y'all were complete trash. And that one thing that y'all talking about when he should have ran, Devin White was sitting right there ready to kill him.
I'm not even
good thing Aaron didn't run.
That's why I'm not even putting the game on the DPIs. At the end of the day, they had opportunities. They didn't cash in. It's that simple. That was the game. Jair gave you 2 opportunities to cash in. They cashed in on one of them on Amos.
Hold on. No. We're not doing that because earlier. No, because earlier in this podcast, you literally said 2 of those interceptions really don't matter because they were punts. Now you're saying Jair gave you 2 chances. I'm not understanding because you said that they were basically punts. It wasn't in territory.
At the end of the day, you have to cash it in. Some way, somehow, you have to cash it in. They didn't.
That's on Rodgers then. So that's on Rodgers.
That's on Rodgers.
I said that. Listen, I said that in my live stream. I said all BS aside. That's why I'm not even harping on the DPI. He was holding all game, but I'm not harping on that. All I'm saying is they had 2 extra opportunities. It was a 5-point game. They had to cash in at least one of them. Jair gave you 2 opportunities. They ain't cash it in. They start, like I said, they want to go bombs away on first down. They want to go bombs away on first down, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? They ain't play that game.
And then you also said because Brady wasn't pressured. Do you also realize that okay, if I know the blitz is coming, if I'm gonna get pressure, let me get the ball out real quick. Let me make a quick adjustment. Let me throw a screen pass. Let me throw it out.
But the times that they did do that, you got White and David out there on the edges, bro. But that defense is legit. They fast.
No, I'm talking about Brady with Mike Penn, and when you were saying he only got pressured 30% of the time, maybe some of those times that he was going to get pressured, he got it out quickly.
Yeah, so look, how many screens they killed him on? They killed him on what? Gronk got like 30 yards on the screen, bro. I'm like, dog, come on, man.
But y'all kept sending pressure, so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna throw this screen. Look. What Brady has always done, and what makes and you and Zilla criticize. Oh, he don't throw it down the field. He don't do this stuff when he actually been throwing it down the field a lot. When you're bringing pressure, there's nobody covering that flat route. There's nobody covering that quick check down. That's a hot route. Boom, let me get it out real quick. Nobody's there in the first 4 or 5 yards. That's an easy 3-4 yard game.
I'm gonna end it on this. Shout out. Like I said, shout out to Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did what they had to do. They won there and they won. They did what they had to do. I'm not mad at that.
What was that first quarter? It was the first quarter, second quarter. Chris Godwin. It was a 3rd and 14. Y'all brought the pressure. What did Brady do? He threw a screen. He threw a screen. How do you beat the blitz, kid? Screens and draws. That's how you beat the blitz. Screens and draws.
Well, see, I don't even think they was blitzing like that. It just looked like a blitz because it's a screen. You know, you get that free. I don't know if I don't know. I had to look at it again. I don't think it was a blitz. I don't think it was nothing crazy like that. But they just got back there because it was a screen. But it was just like they get them 3rd and long. Look, you got time right where you want them. 3rd and long. Get the ball out. Now you guys can get back there, create some pressure, and they couldn't do it. My guys, they let me down, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They let me down, man.
When you have aggressive ends, though, and because I heard Belichick in Football Life and Brady, they talked about it, and that's how they won the Seahawks Super Bowl and everything. They said when you have aggressive defenders, especially on the defensive line, where they're not looking at the draw, they're not looking at the screen, how do you stop them? You throw screen passes to get them to slow down and ease up and everything. That's all scheming. So shout out to Byron Leftwich and Bruce Arians for scheming up what they got. Shout out to Brady and everything again. Shout out to the whole team. Like I said, the whole team. I give Brady credit, especially because all the trash that he's been talking. Because that's funny when they lose, it's all his fault. When they win, don't want to give him credit.
Listen, lost that game, it would have been his fault. I ain't gonna lie, it would have been his fault.
I'm gonna give him some blame, but I'm gonna leave it off this. Whatever you always talking about Aaron Rodgers, without having a defense and everything, when he lost and you said he scored 30 points, you should win that game. The Buccaneers have scored 30 points, 31 points each time in the playoffs.
Bro, listen, dog. I'm tired of these shootouts, bro. Listen, man. I want to be able to have a game where we can hold a team to 10, 15 points in the playoffs, bro. Like every Rodgers loss should not have 30 plus points on it, bro. It shouldn't be a shootout every time we play them. It's crazy. Defense should have.
I'm just saying. You said Brady was trash. He didn't do nothing. In the words of you, he put up 30 points. He did enough.
Whatever, bro. I don't care.
That's what you told me with Rodgers. Rodgers put up 30 points and lose. You say it's not all his fault. He did enough.
I am not going back and forth on Brady no more. It is what it is. I'm not going back and forth no more.
He to go, bro. Just admit it.
He all go. He cool.
No. He to go.
Top 3, bro. He top 3 all time, man. Top 3, top 2. I know. But listen, what's all said and done? This next guy we about to talk about, he gonna surpass everybody. So it don't even matter.
Really? You think so? You think so?
Be real, patient. Come on, now. Be real now.
You think so?
Listen. I need the media to have that same, and it kind of is right about now. I need y'all to have that same energy for Mahomes because it's going to happen.
No. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about let's talk about the Mahomes versus Brady thing. So this is what I say with Mahomes and the whole GOAT thing. So Patrick Mahomes right now, if he were to win and see again, it comes down to what do you value in preference and everything? Because I heard some people say if some quarterbacks get 3 rings, that they the GOAT because they got everything else. To me, I think I always hold Joe Montana because he was my initial GOAT before Tom Brady. I hold that he has to get at least 4 Super Bowls. He has to at least be in like 4 to 5 Super Bowls. Mahomes does.
What's gonna stop him?
Huh?
Listen, the only thing that's gonna stop the Chiefs right now is injury.
And you never know, but that's what I'm saying. You never know when that will happen. And knock on wood, I'm not wishing injuries on anybody and everything. But right, what's going right for Mahomes right now is that when Brady early on in his career, although not the first Super Bowl, but the second and third one, because he had to actually grow up and come close against the Panthers and the Eagles. Nobody thought of Brady as the best quarterback in the NFL because it was Peyton Manning. Everybody said Peyton Manning was the only thing people were saying though was how come Brady always beating Peyton Manning? Like Peyton kind of looked he a regular season person, but he's still the best quarterback in the NFL. They didn't say that with Brady when he was winning those early in his career. They're saying that with Patrick Mahomes. So that's what Patrick Mahomes has going for him, that he's already at that best quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's already at that level. For him to surpass him as the GOAT, him winning this game, him winning this game will give him credibility because, everybody can say what they want, but like I tell people all the time, you can say garbage time, this is what I tell you, you say garbage time, all this stuff, this. At the end of the day, we ain't going to care about what's garbage time and everything. We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to talk about what happened, and that's what it's going to be. And at the end of the day, you're going to look at that, Mahomes beat Brady. That's what people going to look at. Regardless of, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, you can't talk about Rodgers outplayed Brady, all of a sudden, nobody's going to care about that. They're going to look at Brady versus Rodgers, how Brady got the job done, Rodgers did it.
Mahomes
For Mahomes to be the GOAT, he got to get at least 3 to 4 Super Bowls to me. He has to get at least that off rip. That's bare minimum. And for him, me to even entertain that conversation.
Bro, listen, I'm going to entertain it right now because you can say he was an offsides away from getting the third one. You can say all that. You can say all that one. I just know what happened. Again, ain't nobody. You could keep pointing to all that. If one played this, I can do that with any Super Bowl champion. I can say there were one play from this or one play from that. Looking at how it's happening, this is not no fluke stuff. The Chiefs, this is legit. The Chiefs right now, probably the most well-oiled machine since y'all dynasty in New England. This machine right now, like I said, I don't know what it is, and this is what's going. I think the whole GOAT argument is gonna go against Mahomes until they're gonna have to see what he do without those weapons. I'm not pulling that card. I know a lot of people gonna pull that card. They're gonna look at Andy Reid. Hell, you could have said who's the guy that came in? Chad Henne. He came in against the Browns, and he looked too bad to me. I mean, the offense is still flowing in my opinion.
I mean, he came in there for. It's been like that though since Mahomes been there. Every time he's gotten hurt, the offense hasn't suffered.
That's what and that's what I'm saying. Like I think Mahomes is gonna have to go through that time period where he ain't gonna have Hill, he ain't gonna have Kelsey no more. He gonna have to figure it out on his own with whoever they got in there. I think that's what's gonna really solidify it. But right now, man, like Andy Reid and what they got going over there in Kansas City, dog, AFC right now, I don't know how you stop it. It's gonna take a minute for that to get stopped, bro. I don't know what kind of defense you need to stop it because they got it out everywhere, bro. Like everywhere is a Reid. I don't know how Reid does it.
You got to get pressure on them, and you just got to play aggressive. You just got to play aggressive, and how the Patriots have beaten them over the past few years when they played them, except for the last 2 times when they played them this year and then the year before prior to that. But I can always say we was a play away from that. But
he was a baby then.
What you mean?
People say he didn't know how to read coverages. That's what people were saying.
He was a bad. I'm talking about it was the year that they won the Super Bowl was last year. Not last year. Last year when we played them, we were quote unquote a play away. They called Nick Harry out of bounds. He wasn't out of bounds, but neither here nor there. How typically how we contend with the Chiefs and how Belichick and everybody finds the answer. You run the football constantly. You try to dominate the time possession. Now, albeit they can score in 30 seconds. We all know that. But you got to dominate the time possession, and you just have to play aggressive. You have to take away Tyreek Hill. You have to make Patrick Mahomes put a drive together. When I say put a drive together, I mean 10, 12-play drive. Because, yes, they might score the touchdown in 12-play drive, but that's less opportunities for Patrick Mahomes to get the ball. So you got to be able to convert field goals into touchdowns, and you got to be able to make Patrick Mahomes put a drive together. What we do best, and when the Chiefs come back and they tie the game up and everything, is Tyreek Hill wide open on deep route. That's what kills us. You got to stop the big plays. You stop the big play, that's how you beat the Chiefs, because they're not a home run team, but they have a lot of home run stuff that helps their offense. That's what makes them unstoppable. So You got to do that. And in terms of the GOAT, you talking about you want to put him in the conversation with Brady. He wins this one. You need to look. You need to start. If you got Aaron Rodgers to GOAT, then if he wins this one,
listen, I'm not listening. If somebody want to put Mahomes over Rodgers, that's fine. That's cool. I'm not arguing that no more. At the end of the day, Rodgers is my guy. That's my guy. I know what he's been through. Mahomes is in a position in which the Packers should have took advantage of after they won the first one. They squandered that opportunity in 2011, and they probably thought, man, we'll get back there. And I think if they'd have beat the Giants, because that game was fluky. They was all rested. Like I said, they haven't rested on a Week 17 game since that year. And so
yeah. Oh yeah, y'all had something to play for this year. My bad.
Right. And so ever since then, they've always played. The starters played Week 17. They've never rested since Week 17. Since 2011. So Mahomes is in the spot where, hey, the Chiefs, they taking advantage of that. Mahomes has a rookie I think he's on his rookie deal right now. I don't know when that money comes into play.
I think it's in next year.
Next year. So everybody they have an amazing window right now. Now, when the money start getting tight, then that's when you're gonna really see where they at. Now Mahomes, like I said, I will not be surprised. I said he's having a lot of early success. I said they career trajectory is almost the same. When Rodgers first started, I think he won his third year. He won his first one. He won his Super Bowl his third year starting. Mahomes won in his second year start. So he got like a year early start. Both won MVPs, had a Super Bowl right there. Mahomes made it back to the Super Bowl. So he will be, if he wins this Sunday, and I think before it's all said and done, he's going to have more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers. I won't be surprised by that. So that discussion is already out the window for me. I'm not even arguing that. Mahomes is not going to retire with one Super Bowl. I'm saying it now. He's not going to retire with one Super Bowl. I just can't see it happen.
No.
So he's going to have more than one Super Bowl. He's going to have more than one. I don't know. Now, I don't know if he's going to have as many MVPs as Rodgers. Rodgers he's about to get his third one. I don't know if Mahomes will have three of them. Because the media, they all weird now. Like, they got stuff where they get tired of giving certain guys MVPs and all this other stuff. So who knows how they gonna vote it moving forward. But he might have about 2-3 MVPs in the future. He probably have about 3-4 rings. So I'm already came to terms with that. He in a good spot. Man.
No, he definitely in a great spot. And he probably has the fastest track to any quarterback in NFL history. But I think what people are going to, and they've already started to do it. And I'm not saying because let's be honest, I'm not saying it's all true because obviously you put Chad Henne versus Patrick Mahomes, and I'm saying they're not going to the Super Bowl. That's what I try to tell people. It ain't the system don't make people. That's what I try to tell you with Brady and Belichick. It ain't just the system. Brady's part of the system. He makes it work. I think he has the fastest track to be the GOAT. I think a lot of things are going his way. And so we'll see how it works out. But again, it's just, nothing's guaranteed in the NFL. You never know what's going to happen. Whether it be money, whether it be injuries, again, knock on wood, hopefully nothing happens to, Mahomes or anybody on the Chiefs and stuff. But again, you just never know in football. I mean, like you said, 2011, y'all look good. Y'all thought that, they'll be back. And I mean, look at the Colts for it. I ain't gonna keep using you. Look at the Colts, for instance. Peyton Manning went back to the Super Bowl against the Saints. And Pat McAfee talked about it. He said, we'll be back. We were 14-0. We were undefeated until we rested our players and decided to lose and everything. And they're saying, we're going to be back in our stuff. And the Colts never been back to the Super Bowl since. So you never know. Every season's different. There's been times where I thought the Patriots would, because they are basically the modern day Patriots. There's been times where I'm like, the Patriots look good. Like 2009, I'm thinking, oh yeah, we looking good. We gonna go back there, Randy Moss.
10 years out winning one.
Huh?
So that's possible.
Yeah, you can go 10 years out winning. You can go 10 years out winning run, but then you can run it back with another 3 or so 10 years after that. But that's why I said that Aaron Rodgers had one. It's been 10 years since he's won one. So it's a different kind of film, Patrick Mahomes. But I think he's on pace potentially. But him winning this Sunday would do a lot, especially if he performs really well. But all I gotta say is this: everybody who said Brady was a system quarterback, I need that same energy for Patrick Mahomes. That's all I'm gonna say.
I Brady, deep down inside, he gonna deny. He probably denied it already. Well, he already said, "I'm part of the system. I want to be." He got to be corny about it. He don't want to be honest. I'm product of the system, and he went to Tampa Bay. He wanted to win one without Brady. Without Bill. I truly believe if they win the Super Bowl, he might retire. I truly believe. I think he only took that deal because I don't think maybe he thought deep down inside we probably won't get it this year. Got all this COVID stuff going on. We can't really do what we want to do. I don't really see us getting to the Super Bowl this year. I think if he wins the Super Bowl, if he wins the Super Bowl this season, I think he's gone. I think he retires. He might as well.
I mean, he could have been retired, already, and he would have been.
He wants that justification, saying, you know what, I got it without Bill, and I did it first, and I won it first. I'm done now. I ain't got nothing else to do.
I feel you on that, but what the thing is, like I said before, I said he could have retired years ago, but he always puts a new challenge every single time. He got the 4th Super Bowl. He could have walked away, a couple years after that. Nah, I got to get 5. I got to beat Montana. I got 5. After he won the 5th one, after that Falcons Super Bowl, everybody said, you know what, Brady, you got it. You beat Montana. We got you to go to all the stuff. Nah, that ain't good enough. I need 6. Then, it's all Belichick. Nah, I ain't good enough. I need another one before him. I don't know what's going to be next after that because I told you this before, and I said he said this 10 years ago. He said he wanted to play till he's 45. And it's funny because everybody laughed at him and said he's not playing till he's 45. He's not going to play till he's 45. He's 44 years old now. I think even if they win the Super Bowl this year, I feel like he's going to give it one last year, soak it all in. And also too, I would agree with you, kid. Had COVID, kid, I would agree with you, kid. Had COVID not happened, I would agree with you.
What's the difference?
The fans, all the stuff. Also, too, kid. Another reason why. Kid, listen. Another reason why he wants to come back next year. I don't know if you see who their opponents are.
Listen,
they go to Gillette next year.
And listen. He better do what Peyton did. He went out on top.
Peyton was sad at the time. He had no other option.
Even though Peyton was trash to end that season, he won. He retired with the Super Bowl. Now, I think that takes it away a little bit if he come back next year and they don't win the Super Bowl and you retire. Like, you might go out on top, Brady. You got nothing to prove. Go home. It's COVID, bro. Listen, that's why I say it's COVID now, bro. Like, there's a virus out there. You don't want to be traveling unnecessarily. Like, come on, Brady.
He's traveling first class. He got his own.
Nah, he need to go home, bro.
Yeah, he wants to go home next year because what now that he's in the Super Bowl, one, he wants to win the first home Super Bowl, be the first home team to playing the Super Bowl, and he wants to win that too. That's another first. He want to be the first one to beat Belichick. But I'm telling you, if he wins the Super Bowl, if he retires, kid, would I be shocked? No. But I honestly feel like he set out a goal. I'm playing till I'm 45. He wants to be able to say, I play till I'm 45. He wants to be able to put that mark. I play till I'm 45. Because with your guy Favre, kid, how many times has Favre in the past 8 years or so since he retired said he can come out and play? How many times have he said he can come out and play?
Bro, you talking about that ain't my guy. What you mean?
Your Packers.
That old guy. Old quarterback? What about him?
How many times has he said he's gonna come out and he can perform right now? Shoot. T.O. even say he can be in the NFL right now.
I don't believe Favre. Favre just talking. Listen.
Brady, he wants to be to his 45. And again, especially if he wins the Super Bowl, he's gonna be like, you know what? We play Gillette next year. I want to be able to go back to Gillette, get my tribute, and just stick it to Bill Belichick.
I need Goodell to do a blood drug test. He need to get up out of here, bro. Something going on. Something going on, bro. He get drug tested. Some method, whatever it is, he need to go. He can go home.
No, man, but we had this kind of GOAT conversation and everything. Let's actually talk about the game that happened real briefly before we get to the Super Bowl predictions. Chiefs versus the Bills. Kid, what was obviously after the Packers lost and everything, I'm pretty sure you really didn't care that much about the game. But if you did watch it, what was your thoughts on the game and everything?
Honestly, I didn't even. I'm gonna be real, bro. I didn't watch that game, bro. I glanced at it. I was here and there. I was box score watching. But look, the Bills. I said in my live stream after we lost, I said if there's a team I was gonna root for, I root for the Bills just because they haven't got it. They haven't gotten there. That fan base deserves it. Blah blah blah. But they just not ready yet. The Chiefs is just different. I ain't gonna say they're not ready. I think they probably were ready, but they ran into the Chiefs, and the Chiefs is just a different machine right now, and it didn't, it got ugly real quick for them, and so you got to be efficient. And it's crazy the Chiefs defense is not that good, bro. I don't understand.
No. So, and this is what I tell people. This is what I try to tell people about the Chiefs. Excuse me. The Chiefs defense. When I say that they're good, they're opportunistic. They know how to create turnovers. Like, yeah, and then they also know how to bend but don't break. Like, yeah, you'll drive down the field on us, but we'll stop you to 3 points. It's similar to how Belichick Patriot defense is. Yeah, you can drive down the field on us. You might not think we're that good, but we're bend but don't break. Or a guy like Honey Badger, he's always gonna make a play. I'm going to get Patrick Mahomes that extra turnover, and it's going to be a guaranteed 7 points. Now, instead of being down by 7, you're down by 14. You come back out here, 3 and out. Frank Clark, Chris Jones gets a sack. Now you're punting the ball up. Pat Mahomes get it, 7 points. Now you're down 21. Now you're panicking. They're opportunistic. So this defense, they play, especially if they have a lead, they play very well. They're just opportunistic. They know how to get turnovers, and they know how to bend but don't break. That's what makes this defense so good. Again, stats ain't gonna show it. You might think that they're not that good, but I'm telling you, kid, they're just opportunistic, bro.
The offense puts pressure on the opposing team's offense. That's what it is. People see, all right, we're going against the Chiefs, we got to put up points, and if they don't put up points, and they start doing different stuff, I get it. I get it. But maybe Josh Allen just ain't mature enough for that game, and it showed. It just wasn't mature enough for that game. You got to probably have a real mature quarterback to go into that game and say, you know what, regardless of what the Chiefs do, we're gonna do what we've been doing all season. We're not gonna go into a shootout. We're not gonna get back and forth with them. We're just gonna play our game. And if we score, we score. And if we don't, we're not gonna panic because they scored again. And Josh Allen just ain't there. Maybe that's how Brady was able to pull it off a couple years ago in the playoffs. They just didn't. Y'all had Bill and stuff. Like, they was real mature. You got who the coach over there in Buffalo?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott, he ain't there yet. And so Reed, he's seasoned, veteran, been there before plenty of times. That was Sean McDermott's first dance. They just wasn't ready yet. And so it showed. Once the game got out of hand, they ended up getting killed. So I wasn't surprised that the Bills lost. I wasn't surprised.
And another thing that the Chiefs love to do on third down, they love to bring the house. They love to bring them Badger in them because, again, they're opportunistic. They know how to. They have very good instincts. Him and L'Jarius Sneed's a good corner. Badger's instinctive. They just know how to make a play. And so when you have guys like that, when you have playmakers on defense, where Mahomes is going to score 28 points guaranteed at least. Now you give him an extra opportunity or two. Now he's scoring 40. So that defense is going to be a problem. And they just have pieces like, I don't know where they're getting this money from, bro. I really don't. I don't know what cap they're doing. Shout out to the GM too, because a lot of these guys too are drafted. Like, I think except for Frank Clark, Honey Badger, I think most of the other people on defense is draft picks.
That's the way to go, man. Draft and develop. That was our method.
It's draft picks. I mean, shoot, even look at the Chiefs offense. Tyreek Hill drafted, and because he had a domestic violence thing, so he fell a little bit in draft. Mecole Hardman drafted. Mahomes obviously drafted. Travis Kelce drafted, and he had issues at Cincinnati. And I don't know if you saw an interview recently, but basically he slipped in the draft because he had issues at Cincinnati. And Andy Reid, who was the Eagles coach with Jason Kelce, with his brother, the center, he called him Travis, said, "We thinking about picking you." And he's asked Jason Kelce, like, "Look, is he going to be no nonsense? Because I ain't messing around with that." And Jason Kelce gave him his word, and that's why they took Travis Kelce. So, they drafted and developed guys. I mean, and they're taking guys that, like I said, they're really the Patriots. They're doing what the Patriots do, except for they know how to draft wide receivers. You take guys who might have some question marks off the field. If you feel like you can get them in the building, they'll be fine in a winning culture. And that's what's happening. Josh Allen, like you said, though, earlier, he just wasn't ready. And I honestly, kid, I think their offense caught up to them. That's what the Bills' problem is. They don't run the football. They don't run the football. You can't ask Josh Allen to throw back 60 times. And then at that point, like I said, the defense is opportunistic. They know the pass is coming, so we're going to send a blitz, and we're going to be aggressive.
They lost their running back. They lost their running back.
Yeah, so they haven't been running the football.
Yeah.
So they'll probably draft one in the draft. Probably get the dude from Alabama who's pretty good. But that's my thoughts on the game. Was the Chiefs were just opportunistic. The defense made the plays that they had to, and the Chiefs are the Chiefs. So it's gonna be a good game, man. So the Super Bowl, man, Chiefs versus Buccaneers. Y'all know who I'm rolling with, and I'm pretty sure you know what you're rolling with, kid. But what's your thoughts on this game? And give your take on both sides. And what's your keys for both teams to win?
Look, first of all, now that the Chiefs done lost their other tackle, I don't know if it was Mitchell, whatever one they lost. I think it was the right tackle?
Eric, they lost both.
Yeah, so they ain't got their tackle. They're gonna have backup tackles in there. I don't listen. I'm pretty sure Andy Reid will figure out a way to maneuver around it. The only difference is that he's going against a team that's probably just as fast as his team is, especially when it comes to that sideline to sideline stuff. So, if they can create pressure, which I'm sure they will, I don't know what's going to happen this game. I'm going with the Buccaneers only because A, need Brady to leave, get out of here, need him to go home. B,
hold on. Yeah, you and your buddy was talking trash about Brady the whole time. Why is the energy different?
I need him to go home. Need to leave. Need to get out of here.
He's washed.
He needs to go.
He's washed, kid. You told me he's washed.
No
he's
excuses.
the name.
No excuses.
No. I'm asking a question. You told me he was washed and everything. Why you care about Brady? If Brady didn't win that game.
I personally don't think the Chiefs defense is better than the Packers, in my opinion. I don't think their edge rushers is better than us. So they should have no problems like they did this game. Getting no pressure, just back there, lollygagging around, and just picking their spots. And so I expect Brady to do the same thing. I expect Brady to have what he did in the first half. I expect him to do that the entire game. I'm going to put money on this game, so I'm expecting the quote-unquote GOAT to deliver. I need him to deliver. No excuses for the Buccaneers. It's an easy win for them. Easy win. They match up perfectly. Perfectly matching up. They should have AB back. Like I said, the Chiefs tackles is out. They should be creating all kinds of pressures like they did against the Packers. I mean, it should be the same thing. They damn near the Chiefs. I ain't gonna say they're the Packers, but
they're better.
Offensively, they faster than us. So they should be able to, do their thing. I think they should be able, they match up perfectly for them. So they don't run the ball that well. So I expect the Chiefs to try to get in the shootout, do what they've been doing all year. I just expect, the defense to get back to it. And so I expect Todd Bowles and them to deliver. I want them to do what they did against us. Don't play different because you're going against the Chiefs. I want y'all to have that same energy against the Chiefs. That's all.
What's your Chiefs keys to victory? What the Chiefs got to do to win?
I mean, look, Chiefs. If the Chiefs can score, if they have no issues moving the ball up and down the field, they're gonna end that game easily. Because if you can beat their defense, if you can beat the Chiefs, I'm not the Chiefs. If you can beat the Buccaneers defense, I don't expect the Buccaneers offense to win a shootout. I don't expect them to win that type of way. The defense is going to have to suffocate the other team because that's how they won their last two games. The only way they've been winning, and the closest game they had, albeit you say the Packers game was close, but the closest game they had was against the Redskins. I mean, was against the Washington football team. And I said I don't think they took that team serious. But against the Saints, they created turnovers, and they was able to win that game. The Saints should have won that game. They was able to create pressure on the Packers, stopping them in the red zone, holding them the field goal. If the defense does not hold their end of the bargain, then the Chiefs is going to win that game. And so if the Chiefs can score, and if they can do what they've been doing all season, then it's going to get ugly. In my opinion, it's going to get ugly. I don't think the Buccaneers can win in the shootout. They're going to need the defense to create stops. And if they can't do that, the Buccaneers is going to win easily.
So what do you consider a shootout?
38, 35 type of game.
But both teams in the 30s?
Both teams in the 30s. That's a shootout to me. Both teams.
Well, like you said before, Rodgers in the past, your offense produces 30 points. You should win that game.
Right.
So, that being said, the Buccaneers, at least the offense, they did their job. You can say what you want. Brady, trash, all this stuff. Offense did enough to win. And the defense helped. In this game, I'm rolling with, I'm rolling with 12. I told y'all before, never bet on Brady, especially in the playoffs. I told you I'm never going to bet against Brady. I don't care who on the other side.
That's fine.
For the Chiefs to win, though, I think that they would have to pretty much. I mean, the formula is out there for Brady. Although Brady's the GOAT, he's this great quarterback. The formula is out there for him. He's part of that older era. Now you got Mahomes, Rodgers kind of was kind of both, but he's kind of segued into this one. Russell Wilson, those type of guys where you can put pressure on them and they can use their legs to roll out the pocket. The role is simple. You put pressure on Tom Brady, he's not going nowhere. You're going to neutralize him. You're going to throw him off his spot. So that's all I think the Chiefs got to do is I think they just got to pressure Tom Brady. And I think that they'll win this game. They'll throw him off his number and everything. For the Buccaneers to win this, though, they got to be able to run the football. They haven't been able to run the football against the Packers, although when I say they did a good enough job, they didn't go away from it. So although, they only got 2 yards, maybe on this possession, that's still about 30, 40 seconds of clock that you're eating up. So that adds up a little bit. Leonard Fournette and Ro Jones, they had about, I think, 60 yards against the Saints, which is decent enough. So they got to be able to run the football. I think Ro Jones will be back healthy. Fournette's been playing well in this playoffs. So they got to be able to run the football because if they can run the football, control the clock, it puts your defense more at ease. And then let's say, for instance, the Bucs are up, double digits, although the Chiefs don't run the football well that much. You don't have to worry about that with Shaq Barrett and JPP. They can actually pin their ears back and they can go get them. Now, we've seen backup offensive linemen hold up against star players, against hot players. Hamp loves to bring up the fact that a rookie center or whatever held up Aaron Donald, so it can happen. But I'm rolling with the Buccaneers in this one. For them to win, they got
rookie center held up Aaron Donald.
Is it the Ravens? It was like a year or two ago. So I'm saying just because of their backup tackles, they should. But when I saw that happen, I said, God damn, they single coverage, the center single coverage, and then the tackle single coverage was handling Aaron Donald. I was like, shoot, I don't know. But again, the Chiefs, they know how to scheme. And I would say that their scheme is better than the Packers in terms of getting guys, confused and everything. And like I said, these are young corners too. If you get them miscommunicating and everything, they can give them a deep shot. And I feel like Cole or Tyreek Hill is going to get he's going to get at least 1 or 2 deep shots, wide open.
I mean, they gonna get it. I mean, they gonna give it up. I mean, MVS got one on. That's our only deep threat. So you guys.
No. I'm not talking about where the corner was kind of there. I'm talking about it's going to be wide open, like how Jameis, like how when they did the trick play with Jameis to throw it deep, and how the corners had no idea. It's going to be that they're going to get 2 wide open deep shots. Don't know if it's going to be towards the sideline. Don't know if it's going to be middle of the field, but it's going to be a wide open deep shot on the miscommunication that they're going to get. So, but I'm gonna roll with the Buccaneers on this one though. Devin White has to play huge in terms of keeping Mahomes in the pocket. It's kind of funny to say Mahomes. You want to keep Mahomes in the pocket, although he's good anywhere. But when he start that's where the Chiefs start beating you too. When Mahomes get to rolling out and it's a broken play, similar to what Rodgers do. When they get to rolling out, ain't nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do because at that point it's a foot race. Ain't nobody faster than Tyreek. Ain't nobody faster than Nico. And then Travis Kelce got wiggled too. But I think Levante David and Travis Kelce would be a decent matchup. Although I think Travis Kelce probably get the better. I think it'll be a decent matchup. And also too, special teams. I think for the Bucs to win, kid, they gotta get a big special teams play. Not saying that has to be a touchdown, but it got to be a big special teams play, whether it be a muff punt or a big kick return. They gotta get a special teams play.
We're gonna see.
Yeah. It's going to be
I hope y'all enjoy that Super Bowl, bro. I hope y'all enjoy it, man.
What you mean, y'all? You gonna be watching until you want to couch me?
Hey, I hope y'all enjoy it, though.
Man, that's crazy, kid. How you gonna do that, kid? Come on. Hold on. Before we continue, another round of applause to our commission. Roger Goodell getting it done.
Yeah.
We hear it, kid. Remember everybody talking about get a bubble this. You're not going to finish the season, all that stuff. And I said, chill. Our commissioner going to handle it. He even prepared in advance and got the hotels a month after 2 weeks from now in case something was going to happen. And you know what you know what he told him? He said, cancel all them hotels for that next month after. We don't need that because we going.
I think in the playoffs, I think they low key been doing bubbles. I think when the Buccaneers came, I think they had the whole hotel rented out. So
yeah. But that's what I said they should. That's what I said they should do in the playoffs. I said just round the whole joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't saying you need a whole bubble, but when you travel, just make sure ain't nobody Been in that place for the past couple of days.
Go to practice. You do what you do. Stay out of contact. Stay away from public, and just go home. Come back to work. It's that simple.
Yeah. And I mean, it also helped too because it was snowing in Green Bay when they got there. So ain't nothing like ain't trying to be on there.
How did the Buccaneers? Did they even have a COVID case this year? Oh, never mind. They had that like late.
Yeah, right before. Yeah, they had a couple of COVID cases.
Yeah.
How many COVID cases did y'all have? Because y'all didn't have that many either.
We had Dylan, man. Dylan, and I think we had the
running back room, right?
Yeah, running back. Yeah, the whole running back room was out.
Yeah, I'm saying that was like the only case. I don't think the Chiefs had a COVID case either this year. I think they might have had like one or two.
I don't know. Yeah, the Chiefs did. They had practice squad people.
And they had like nobody like huge. Like they ain't like that's something like they ain't. So I mean, hey. Well, I mean, you gotta, some injury guys, COVID guys was,
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bills really wait, did the Bills have no, the Bills didn't have a case like that either.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, man. I'm just looking.
You can go ahead and look all you want.
I'm just looking, man.
Yeah.
All black coaching coordinators, all that.
Wow, this is what we do. This is what we doing now, kid.
Last year they had the woman, the female, and Super Bowl. I'm like, okay, I see what it is. All right, okay.
This is what we doing now, kid. Wow.
So funny to you know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to do something in Green Bay. We need to hire
crazy. I do find funny how you like that Rodgers tweet though, but we're not gonna go there no more.
What are you talking about?
Talking about the 3 touchdowns and the 3 losses.
3 losses, 3 touchdowns. Which one are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's like the only quarterback in NFL history to have 3 touchdowns and 3 playoff losses.
Yeah, just.
But you want to know what's crazy though? How when you love talking about context.
Yeah, context.
You know what one of those losses include, right?
Who?
It includes the Falcons NFC Championship game where he didn't throw his first touchdown until they were down by 30 in garbage time.
What's crazy about that? Because he got down there a couple of times. You got cats fumbling in the red zone, people dropping passes. Context.
Hey, that happens. Life goes on. That happens. Right. You gotta adjust. Look at the Browns. They were, you could say that they didn't fumble at that 1 yard line, but don't extend for the pylon. Hold on. That's
you don't call. You call that DPI. That should have been called. Who knows how that game would have played out with the Packers?
What DPI?
Let's get the brothers in the Super Bowl. I got you, Goodell. I see you, brother. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's crazy. The salt is still there. I thought you said you'll be done, kid. I thought you said you'd be done.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll be even better after the Super Bowl over, man. I'm ready for next year, man. I'm ready.
Nah, come on, man. Let's enjoy this season. You never know.
I'm gonna see my MVP, and then I'm done now. I'm done.
But before we go, we got to give our players of the week. Give our Clippers offense and defense. Kid, you got.
Oh man. Let's see, defense. Well, first of all, defense. I'm gonna give it to the Buccaneers, man. I'm gonna give it to that defense. I can't just give it to one person because that entire unit was solid on their side of the field. They didn't bend when their quarterback was throwing the game away. They didn't want to bend, like I needed.
No, kid, we're not. You're not about to do that. You're not about to do that.
You know what I'm saying? When their quarterback is throwing the game away, defense said, what time we got you, bro. We're gonna carry you to the finish line, and they did. So shout out to the Buccaneers defense for that. Offense, I'm just look. Offense. Man, who I want to give to on offense? It wasn't like a single guy. I mean, Tyreek Hill balled. I get the Tyreek Hill. He balled out this week. He did his thing. He was killing the Chiefs. He was killing the Bills.
Defense. First of all, it's funny how Kid said the quarterback was still in the game, but he also said earlier that those 2 of those 3 interceptions were basically punts. So
it was gambles. It's still gambles. A punt is a gamble. It's still a gamble.
But that's a punt though.
Sorry, was it on 3rd down?
Yes.
I gotta look back. I think one of them was. I'll have to look back.
The only one that was because you talk about gamble. The one that he threw the first one, which was just a bad read, I think.
I'm out. One of them, scratch it. It wasn't a punt. One of them was the punt. They was in the red zone. They could have kicked.
Yeah, I must say the first one you can call a punt, but I think that was just a bad read. I think he thought the safety wasn't going to come over there. The second one, 60% on Brady. The pass was a little too high, but my rule of thumb, if the receiver rule of thumb, you get your hands on it, you catch it.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. I remember that. Okay.
What? I've always said that.
remember that.
Like I flipped. I've always said that. I said if the receiver, I literally said it's Brady's fault. It's more so Brady's fault because it could have been a better pass. But the rule of thumb always is get your hands on the ball. You better catch that. And then the last one, that was a punt. That was third down. Blitz came. He threw it up. But Clippers of the week defense, I'm giving it to Shaq Barrett. That boy was a dog. He was a demon. He had 3 sacks. Him and JBP. But I will give Shaq Barrett the credit because he kind of made the plays. And then for offense, I'm gonna give it to Travis Kelce, man. Travis Kelce, man, was balling, was cooking the cheese. I think him and Tyreek both had over 150, but I think he had a touchdown. I think he had a touchdown too. So I'm gonna give it to Travis Kelce.
That was Shaq Barrett over there killing Wick Wagner. Oh man, this bad though. This all bad.
No, it was cool. I look. I don't know how y'all did it this year, man. After 20 years of stressful playoff football watching, it was nice. It was nice to enjoy stress-free football. It was nice.
Listen, I was.
Oh my God! I just realized Mike Evans dropped that deep shot too over Kevin King. Yeah. Oh my God.
He did.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
And it was on the same. It was on the same drive that interception in the red zone. It was on that same drive.
King on the ground. Like, oh my gosh, this dude was just, he was getting cooked that game. That was sad. I hated to see that. That was sad to see.
But you know what's funny though?
What?
King got up with all he did. So.
Yeah, it was crazy. Packer said, "King, why are you celebrating, bro? You was on the ground." I'm like, oh my gosh, they killing King right now. This is all bad. All bad. He shouldn't have played. He was clearly hurt. He shouldn't have played. I respect him going out there injured, but he shouldn't have played. If he was gonna play like that, that was terrible.
You say you respect Aaron Donald going there and play. It's playoff time too, kid. You gotta play.
I feel you, bro, but listen, at the end of the day, at least Aaron Donald, even though he was hurt, he ain't causing the game to go out of hand. Like, dude, you can target a guy in the secondary if he hurt. You just kill him. You just kill him 1-on-1.
But if you're the best player, you gotta he the reason why. If he ain't doing nothing, they can't.
King, listen, King ain't that. Listen, that was Jair hurt. I respect it. But he ain't Jair. If you hurt, you sit down.
So what? They could torch number 39 because they cooked them the first 2 plays, the first 2 third downs.
Like, bro, I don't know what my dudes was doing.
You say you want kick out there, it would have been way worse.
Man, I'm done. I can't listen. I'm free. My mind. I ain't gotta be worried. Time ain't gotta slow down at the end of the week no more. I can just do my thing. I ain't gotta worry about no weird rituals that I be thinking about. Like, dog, I can't do this because if I do this, then we might lose because I haven't done this in weeks. And if I switch it up, see, I be overthinking things when it comes to football.
No, I know too. I was like that with the Patriots too. This year, it was a good break. I felt like you when Rodgers went down, when you was like, you know what, it's a good break to not be so stressful.
Right. Like I be sitting here thinking like, man, if I cut my hair like them, like dog.
I don't see how you doing on that.
One time I didn't cut my hair for like weeks and we was winning. I'm like, all right, bro, I ain't cut my hair then. I just ain't gonna cut my hair. Like,
I doing that.
But now I'm free, so I'm free to do whatever. I can do anything I want out. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. But is that it?
Yeah. Go ahead and close it out, man.
Close it out, man. Like I said, as always, people that come through and watch and hear us talk, man. I know when I be late, I be hearing about it. You know, we're the podcast. So with that being said, I do appreciate people that come through and watching the podcast faithfully. I do appreciate that. Make sure you want to stay in contact with all my guys. We only got one more left, man. We're going to take a break next week, but we'll be back after that, to wrap up the season. And then we're going to go from there. And so with that being said, if you haven't, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. If you want to get in contact with these guys, all their stuff is in the description below. And on that note, we out, y'all. We see y'all in 2 weeks. Peace.